Hey guys, it's Ari Bear. So I'm here doing my week 4 check-in of The Artist's Way book. And this week was about recovering a sense of integrity. This week brought a lot of uncomfortable, squirmy, disturbing feelings that I was able to finally admit to myself and to put it in writing. You know, when you see your own flaws on paper, you've really taken accountability, and now it's up to you to be like, okay, what do I do about this? What do I want to do about this? Because now I'm conscious of it, so I have to make a conscious decision on what to do next. Do I continue to do this and, live in a way that isn't aligned with me? Or do I evolve and grow and change and just kind of keep going with the flow of life that is ever changing? So it was a lot with honesty, and I missed 2 pages of my morning pages this week. I'm not proud of it, but I understand something came up this weekend that needed my fully undivided attention, so I'm happy that I was able to be there and be equipped for that situation. But yeah, I mean, once I started writing my morning pages again, today's Monday, it bothered me how I was in this loop of shame. Not exactly because that I missed my morning pages this week twice, but that was part of it, and that was kind of like really minor. But everything just started eating me up alive, and I started to feel so disorganized. I looked at the clean clothes on my floor by my mirror, and I was like, oh my god, like freaking out internally. And they've been there for the past 5 days, so I don't know why it's bothering me now, And then I look at the nice bed sheet folded on top of the pile of clothes. It just felt extremely unnatural. And this week in the reading, it had talked about things, places, people that you used to enjoy, you used to fit in, now you don't quite fit. Because I feel myself rising above certain aspects of my life, and at such a rapid pace, and it's scary, but all I can do is surrender. There's a word that the Artist's Way had taught me about surrender. It's a really nice word, actually. It's called kriya, a Sanskrit word meaning a spiritual emergency or surrender. Kriyas could be seen as spiritual seizures, and they're basically like cries of the soul as change is happening. And people tell you like, let go, be detached, let go of that, it's in the past. But sometimes people don't know what they're holding on to. So if you knew what you were holding on to, maybe then you could let it go. And no one knows what goes on the daily for ourselves, even. Like, I don't know what goes on in your life, the person watching this. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on in my own head. This is why I write so much. So just be compassionate, be kind. Words really do, they do go into our subconscious. They incept things into our brain and are later carried out when the time is right. So just be cautious of the words you say to yourself, to others, because everything comes back. Everything comes back to you. I started really listening to my artist child this week, with the book, you're supposed to be doing an artist date every week as required. Give yourself at least an hour. You, yourself, your artist child, nurture that. Do something fun, an activity that maybe you used to do as a child and you haven't done it in years, like make slime. That's like an artist kind of activity to do. So this week I went skateboarding, and I just remembered the times when I started skateboarding when I was in like middle school, and it just was so freeing. And like me now, it's just so nostalgic to think about that there was a time and a place somewhere in this life where now it's just a memory, and it feels weird, but all I can do is look back and smile and be like, hey, I'm doing the same thing, just now I'm making a new memory. And it's beautiful. This week I also made something that I didn't have to think too much about, but I just did it because my artist child was like screaming and was like, you need to do this. I was out with my roommate and her friends. We went to this kind of like a fair strip. There's like shops and stuff and fair rides and all. And in one of the stores, there's like these little mini, I forgot what they're called, like Melofilio tiles. And they're like these little mosaic, like art tiles. And they're just like little scoops. I actually got a ring from this store. So it's kind of like this material. And I got 5 individual pieces. And I have this incense holder of like a wood plank. And I hot glued each of the tiles on there in like a cute way, and just using that for my incense to like catch the ash and like little trays, and it's just so cute. And I want to keep making more things like that for my space, my living space. I just feel like it's just an activity that you can do, and then also it's cute. So yeah, this week was a lot, and I'm really proud of myself and how I got through it. I'm really proud of my honesty, things that I don't care to admit on camera, but I cared to admit to myself on paper. Now I make the conscious decision of what do I want to do now? What do I want to do next with myself? And a lot of rest. There was so much going on all at once, it felt like. So it's really good to be able to give yourself the grace and the credit of like, hey, life is crazy and people are doing so much at all times, and I don't think that's normal. Sometimes I want to just like lay on grass, even though I'm low-key allergic, but it doesn't matter. I just want to lay in a field with flowers, like that scene in Twilight, and it's like Bella and Edward. But yeah, I think once you start seeing more of the self that is there, you gain a lot of new insights and clarity, but you lose a lot too. You lose that sense of self that you've always known and low-key began to love and got comfortable with. But you're just making space for what's meant for you. And there's always things that are going to keep coming your way, and as you grow and evolve, you're going to get way better and smarter with your decision making and being more decisive of like, yes, this is aligned with me. No, fuck that, go. So just listen to your gut. It never lies. Energy is always honest with you. So be honest with yourself, and you're going to receive all the blessings. Whoever's watching this, be kind to others. You never know, again, what's going on in people's lives. Be kind to yourself. Your words do matter. They are going into your subconscious and planting seeds. So give yourself all the love that you deserve, because you are loved. Yeah. Hope you guys have an awesome day. And if you're watching this, I love you. Bye.